The New York Times is taking a look at how House Speaker Kevin McCarthy rose to power with a little help from an unlikely ally. Days after winning the gavel, McCarthy reportedly gushed to a friend about the ironclad bond he had developed with far-right Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. According to that friend, who spoke to the Times on the condition of anonymity, McCarthy said, quote, "I will never leave that woman. I will always take care of her."
Good Lord.
Oh, my God. The Times notes that the relationship between McCarthy and Greene was born of political expediency, but fueled by genuine camaraderie and nurtured by one-on-one meetings, often once a week, usually at a coffee table in McCarthy's Capitol office.
A lot of details here.
Well as a constant stream of text messages back and forth. McCarthy has gone to unusual lengths to defend Marjorie Taylor Greene. When her Twitter account was shut down for violating COVID misinformation policies, she demanded that McCarthy fix it. Over the next 2 months, McCarthy's general counsel would spend hours on the phone with Twitter execs.
What?
Arguing her case.
Let's call the Twitter files. By the way,
this has got to be in
there's
there.
a lot more of the story, but let's just stop there for a second. I'm confused. I'm so confused. Help me out. I'm just a poor, dumb simple country lawyer. But Jonathan Lemire, weren't there
there was a big issue here.
Were there the Twitter files that talked about how government officials tried to intervene with Twitter executives, and this was a threat to democracy and the First Amendment? I don't understand. Why didn't we hear about this in the Twitter files?
And the Twitter files suggest a bias, a media bias, that they let all this go unaccounted for, and yet we're seeing it here too. This was, of course, Twitter files, an Elon Musk ordered up investigative project, for lack of a better phrase, looking into the alleged bias of the previous Twitter regime, and yet seems to have neglected to mention the efforts here by Republicans to appeal to Twitter as well. And as for this relationship between McCarthy and Taylor Greene, I mean, this is Kevin McCarthy doing everything he can to try to curry favor with the extreme right of the Republican Party and Donald Trump's biggest fans. And, you know, he's known for a while that his speakership bid would require the support of the MAGA crowd, hence his pilgrimage to Mar-a-Lago just 2 weeks after January 6th, and so many of his moves since. And he identified Marjorie Taylor Greene as being a star in that part of the Republican Party. She's a national figure. She raises a lot of money. She carries a lot of clout. So he has elevated her to an extremely prominent role in his caucus that helped him secure the gavel he so desperately wanted.
Well, that's exactly the point here. Marjorie Taylor Greene, in turn, has taken on an outsized role as policy advisor to McCarthy. He has adopted her stances on opposing vaccine mandates and questioning funding for the war in Ukraine, and even her call to reinvestigate the January 6th Capitol attack to show what she has called the other side of the story. Let that sit there for a second. Just as a reminder, Marjorie Taylor Greene was stripped of her committee assignments during the last Congress for her past support of political violence and history of anti-Semitic and racist remarks. Before taking office, Greene claimed on social media that deadly school shootings were staged. She liked posts for calling for the execution of Democratic leaders and federal agents. She once endorsed claims that 9/11 was perpetrated by the U.S. government. She supported the baseless theory that space lasers owned by a Jewish cabal had caused one of California's deadliest wildfires. She posted an image of herself holding a rifle with photos of 3 liberal congresswomen of color and the vow to go on the offense against members of the squad, and also once argued that Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar of Minnesota and Rashida Tlaib of Michigan weren't really official members of Congress because they didn't take the oath of office on the Bible.